Sometimes those small training decisions can actually be extraordinarily impactful. So something that you may overlook, specifically things like, how you set your hides, that's a training decision. How many hides do you set? These are training decisions. All of these things that seem so innocuous can actually be extraordinarily impactful and can have long-reaching impacts depending on how many of them you do. So it's unlikely that a small training decision that's not necessarily repeated a lot is going to have a lot of impact. But if you have a small training decision and you repeat that training decision on a fairly frequent basis, you're going to find it is actually going to be pretty impactful. There are demotivators. So whenever you're making a decision, you also want to keep in mind your demotivators. Excessive criteria, I see this all the time, where especially when you take a low drive dog and you apply the nose freeze to the low drive dog, that excessive criteria, when it exceeds that dog's drive level, you start to see the dog really start to slow down. When you set your hides, you're teaching your dog the scent theory of your target odor. And you're also teaching perseverance and grit based off of hide placement. How hard are they going to work to get the source? So training itself should always be intentional. And something to kind of keep in mind is that if you train randomly, and that means setting out hides like, oh, this looks like a great place to put a hide. This looks like fun. How about I put a hide here? And next thing you know, you've got seven or eight hides out. Random training is going to give you random results.